Have you ever wanted a really cool piston door that you can put in your base to show to your friends or just to look cool? Well, may I introduce you to the 3x3 vault door. And this one has a cool little animation because a normal 3x3 vault door just opens all at once. But this one will open in a specific pattern and it will close in that same pattern like that. And the cool thing is that it closes on both sides and it can open on both sides. And the redstone is pretty simple. Don't worry. For this tutorial, it'll probably only take us about 12 minutes. But I want you guys to have this door as quick as possible. So, without further ado, let's jump in to the tutorial.
Now, for the first thing, you're going to need to get your materials. And what you're going to need for this is you're going to need a bunch of solid blocks to place your redstone on. Then you're going to need 17 door blocks. You can split it up if you want to, but you're going to need at least 17 blocks. So, like my door, I'll go to this one, has this center thing. If you have that, that counts in your door blocks. If you don't, it'll just be 17 of the same block. So just keep that in mind. Now, for sticky pistons, you're going to need 18 sticky pistons, 1 copper bulb, 1 comparator, 12 repeaters, 41 redstone for the actual build, and 19 if you follow exactly how I build my activation segment. But if you have a different way to activate it, so say yours isn't as direct as mine is to the copper bulb, you're just going to need more redstone depending on that. But you're going to need a minimum of 41 redstone dust. And then you're going to need 2 buttons.
Now that you've got all your blocks, you're going to come to the center of your door and place 2 sticky pistons facing upward. Then place 2 blocks on this side and 2 blocks on this side. Then place 2 sticky pistons over here and 2 sticky pistons over here, just like this. Then place your door blocks like so, and do the same on this side. Just like this. Then, if you can, you're going to place a temporary block, then place your center door block. And this is what you should have. And once you've got this, you're going to come to this side and place sticky pistons over here, break these, then temporary blocks up here, place 2 sticky pistons here, then you got to grab these 2 blocks, so you're going to place temporary blocks here as well, and place 2 sticky pistons here. And then you're just going to mirror exactly what you did on this side over to this side. So 1, 2, then it's 1, 2, like so. Then you just copy this one over. 1, 2. And there you go. You got all the sticky pistons set up.
Once you have all the blocks and the sticky pistons placed, you're going to come to this side and place 3 blocks here and then 1 on each side. Then do 2 over here and 2 back here, just like this, and 2 like that. Then you're going to place redstone dust around like this. Make sure to miss this spot. So you can place a 2-tick repeater right here and a 2-tick repeater on this side. Then come to the center right here where you have your bottom sticky piston, and you're going to place a 4-tick repeater right there. Now, if you want to, you can test it out, and you'll see that this block comes up and down faster than the other side. So you can do that, and voila. But you may be able to tell that we have the double piston extender started, but it's not fully working. So, what we're going to do for that is you're going to come over here by this side and place 3 blocks just like this. Then place a block next to the sticky piston. Then you're going to place a 3-tick repeater and a 4-tick repeater, like so. Then you're going to build blocks around like this. Make sure you go 1 block up there, and then place one of your door blocks right there if you want it. Then place a 1-tick repeater right there and redstone dust. And if you click it, you'll see that it works. Now, the reason I do the center on a different delay is because it syncs it up a lot better, so it looks nicer. So you could technically get this with 1 redstone dust, but it looks nicer this way. And it also doesn't get in the way of a lot of other redstone. Now we're just going to have to bring this redstone dust over here all the way up to this point, and then we'll work our way around. But we just have to get to this point first. So what you're going to need to do is place blocks here, like this. Then place a block right here, block here, and then a block off there, then 2 blocks there. So you should get this little pattern. So 3 blocks right here, a block here, then 3 blocks across. Then cover this block right here. And you'll understand why we have to cover that block a little bit later, but just cover it for now. Then you're going to have to place redstone dust here, a 4-tick repeater here, then 3 redstone dust here. And the reason we want to cover this block is so it doesn't connect like that. You don't want that. So you want to cover it just like that. And if you want to, you could test it out. You'll see that whole section functions. And as you can see, I built out a little bit more of the door. You may want to fill in all these gaps that are there with iron blocks, just so it looks nicer. Then you're going to come to this side, place a block here, then place a 2-tick repeater out the side, block here, remove this block, then place a block up like this, break this block, then blocks like this. So it should come back up like this. Then place redstone dust right here. If you really want to, you can test it out to see that this top part will also retract, just like this. Now we just have to get it all the way up to here. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to place a block here, go up, and then block here. And then we're going to place redstone dust here and here. Do not place one on this or this one, because we're going to save it for a 2-tick repeater up here and a 2-tick repeater right here. Then you're going to place a block in front of the repeater, then place redstone dust here, blocks on top of these sticky pistons, then place a 2-tick repeater down the center like I did here, then redstone dust here. And we'll have most of it done. Now we just have 2 things left to do, which is the activation part and this last set of pistons. So what you're going to need to do is place a temporary block here, then a block here, then remove that temporary block, come down, place a temporary block again, then another block right there, then same temporary block like this, there, then place 3 blocks right next to the pistons. So it should be right next to the pistons. Then you can place redstone dust by the pistons, then redstone dust here, Do not place redstone dust here though. You're going to place a 2-tick repeater right there, block there, and now you've got a vault door. Now, obviously, we don't have the activation yet. If you really want to try it out, use a lever, because if you use a button, it won't fully reach the end by the time it closes, so you can test it out with a lever. If it works like this, you've got it working. But we still have to build the activation for both sides. So, what we're going to need to do is we're going to have to place blocks out like this to wherever you're going to have your buttons. I'm going to have my button like right here. I'm going to place redstone dust all the way to here. Leave this block blank. you're going to need it for this. And also, you're going to need it for a comparator as well, like this. Then you're going to come to this side and mark off where you want your button on your floor. So this will be floor level. You're going to want your button right here. Then you can build out your floor. I will jump to when I have that done. After I place all this redstone, I will click the button just to show you that it works. Then you can click it again to shut it. Then do the same on this side. Build out your floor on both sides. And I will jump to when I have mine done. Just as a heads up when you're building your floor, you're going to want to avoid placing a block here, because as you can see, it'll cut off the redstone. So just don't place a block here, and you should be fine. You can place around it, and you'll be fine. And you can actually cover it up perfectly fine. It won't be visible, but just as a fair warning, do not cover that block. Now you've got yourself a working vault door. So I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial. If you have any tutorials that you want, leave them in the comment section below. Also, if you like content like this, please consider subscribing. But other than that, I hope you enjoy and have a great day. Bye.